August 15th, 1977. A quiet night at the Big Ear Radio Telescope in Ohio. Rows of computers print out streams of numbers, most of it just cosmic background noise, but then suddenly, the printer begins to spit out something strange. A sharp spike in radio waves lasting exactly 72 seconds. Astronomer Jerry Ehman, scanning the paper the next day, circles the bizarre numbers in red pen. In the margin, he scribbles one word: wow. That single word gave the signal its name, and for nearly 50 years the world has wondered, what exactly did we hear that night? Was it a message, a cosmic accident, a glitch, or could it have been the first whisper from another intelligent civilization? But the deeper you look into the wow signal, the stranger the story becomes. The night of the signal? The wow signal came from the Big Ear, a massive radio telescope built not to look at stars, but to listen to the universe. It was part of SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. The telescope scanned the skies like a giant ear, sweeping across the heavens for radio signals that couldn't be explained by natural causes, and on that summer night it caught something extraordinary. For 72 seconds, a strong narrowband radio signal blazed in the data. It came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, near a group of stars called Chi Sagittarii. This wasn't noise. This wasn't random static. It was exactly the kind of signal scientists had predicted an alien broadcast might look like: precise, focused, and unlike anything nature produces. Ehman circled the code, 6EQUJ5, and wrote "wow" next to it. That single word has echoed across decades of speculation. But if the signal really was artificial, who or what sent it? Why the signal was so strange? Here's why the wow signal shook the scientific world. It was sharp. Natural space noise usually spreads across many frequencies, like static on a radio, but the wow signal was narrow band, locked to one specific frequency, exactly what you'd expect if someone chose to broadcast it. It came from space. Careful checks showed it wasn't from Earth. No satellites, no airplanes. The signal came from deep space. It never repeated. Astronomers pointed telescopes back at the same spot dozens of times. Nothing. The signal was gone. It was like hearing a knock on the door of the universe and then silence. But was it a greeting or an accident? And if it was a message, why send it only once? The theories. Over the years, scientists have offered explanations. None of them fully solve the mystery. Theory 1: aliens. The most exciting idea is obvious. The wow signal was a deliberate broadcast from another civilization, a beacon saying, "We are here." If so, it means we've already had first contact and didn't realize it. But if aliens sent it, why only once? Were they testing us? Did we miss the follow-up? Or was it an accident, an interstellar butt dial? Theory 2: natural phenomena. Some suggest it came from a comet passing through the region, emitting hydrogen signals. Others think it could have been a dense cloud of hydrogen gas, but the frequency and strength don't match perfectly. Nature doesn't usually make signals this clean. Theory 3: earthly interference. Maybe the signal wasn't from space at all. Could it have been a military transmission bouncing off space junk? A satellite we didn't track? Again, unlikely. Nothing ever matched it. So far, no explanation fits all the data, which leaves us staring at the strangest possibility: that we heard something not of this earth. The frustration. What makes the wow signal so maddening is that it never came back. Scientists turned the Big Ear back toward Sagittarius. They pointed other telescopes. Nothing. The signal was a one-time event. If it was aliens, maybe it was a short greeting. Maybe they didn't mean to send it. Maybe their signal repeats once every century, and we just got lucky that night. Think about it. Space is vast. To catch another signal again, we'd have to be listening at the exact right time, on the exact right frequency, in the exact right direction. It's like trying to hear a whisper in a hurricane. But here's the real question. What if the silence itself is the message? The legacy? Even though it lasted just 72 seconds, the wow signal became a legend. It inspired decades of SETI projects. It fueled movies like Contact. It made people ask, with fresh urgency, are we alone? Today, telescopes like FAST in China and the Allen Telescope Array in California continue scanning the skies, looking for another wow. But the 1977 signal still stands as the most tantalizing clue we've ever had. The universe knocked once. We're still waiting to see if it knocks again. But what if we already missed the reply? What if the conversation happened and we weren't listening? The deeper mystery. Here's what keeps people awake at night. What if the wow signal really was a message? If so, who sent it and what did it say? Some believe it could have been a test, a simple ping to see if anyone was listening. If so, did we fail the test by never responding? Others wonder if it was a one-time broadcast from a dying civilization, like a lighthouse that burned once before going dark forever. And then there's the strangest idea of all. What if the wow signal wasn't for us at all? What if we just overheard a message meant for someone else? Imagine being in a crowded room and catching just one word of a whispered conversation. You don't know who was speaking, you don't know who it was for, you just know you weren't alone. And maybe that's all the wow signal was meant to show us, that we're not alone. Why it still matters? The wow signal reminds us of the biggest question humanity has ever asked: are we alone? It pushes us to keep listening, to keep building bigger telescopes, to keep wondering what's out there. It also forces us to confront another question. If we do hear from someone else, are we ready to answer? Because the truth is, the signal might have been a greeting, or it might have been a warning, we simply don't know. And maybe that's what makes it so haunting. So, what was the wow signal? A cosmic accident? A natural event we don't understand? Or the first hello from another civilization? One day we might get an answer, or maybe the universe will stay silent. Until then, the wow signal hangs in history like a ghostly whisper, a reminder that we listened once, and for 72 seconds, the universe might have spoken back. And in our next journey, we'll travel even deeper, back to the very beginning of time itself, the Big Bang, the moment everything began. Because if we want to know if we're alone, we first need to know where we came from. Like, share, and subscribe to uncover more untold mysteries of our universe.